Hello viewers, let me start by welcoming you all to my first episode on Eating on the Spectrum. I'm David, and I hope you enjoy me on this journey of exploring food types and how it makes us feel. Let me tell you something, I was very anxious and overwhelmed and wasn't sure whether to do this at all. But I had a burning obsession inside. I just needed to share my story. I guess if I help one, I help many. By now, most have picked up on the fact that I am autistic, hence my channel Eating on the Spectrum. This first episode is about letting you all know who I am and where we are going on this journey. There will be 10 parts to this series on a day of eating, starting with some scene setting around sugar, savoury, just to kick it off. Then we will get into a day of eating, starting with breakfast through to evening dessert, which I really like, then ending off the day. In those episodes, we will do a bit of cooking, which I really enjoy. So let me share part of my story today. I was diagnosed later in life with autism spectrum disorder, level 1 as outlined in the DSM-5. I always knew I was different from others, and when I was young, I looked at things differently from friends and family. I guess I just didn't know where I fitted in. I had my struggles, endless medical evaluations with no success. You know, we were talking over 40 years ago, so very under-resourced from a medical profession in West Australia. My parents just thought it was how I was. David will be okay, he's quiet, he'll grow out of it, it's just a phase. Well, let me tell you, hello, red flags. Now in saying that, I am glad because I found my way. Otherwise, the alternative, well, let's just say I would have probably been put in an institute, heavily medicated, who knows. But today, and knowing who I am, I understand my personality and the condition I live with, which I share with so many others out there. One thing I do want to emphasize is that it's not a disability, it's an ability, or a superpower maybe, which has taught me great life skills. Using this ability, not the disability, you can achieve great things. Now, what I want to share with you all is food and the effects it has on someone who represents as being neurodivergent. It's not just for the person, it's also for the parents of non-neurotypical children. And I do believe you'll get a lot out of this. The main reason for eating on the spectrum is understanding your condition and how food can play a major factor in your mental, physical health, and cognitive behaviours. I do want to emphasise is that I'm not giving medical or nutritional advice, just sharing learnings which are endlessly researched to help me and others other than being medicated. Now, food, as we know, has many different benefits. It's just a little different with someone who is on the spectrum. Over this series, you are going to hear naughty words like sugar, carbs, dairy, processed food, and bad fats. Phew, got that off my chest. A lot of you thinking, oh no. But I will discuss these in further episodes as we go on this journey. When I found me, I soon realised I was doing this all wrong. I made simple changes with my food groups and then, well, let's just say it was like a light bulb. It was great. I consider myself more of a flexitarian. For me, I have no dairy as it produces the casein protein, which is currently in the early stages of research and the effects to autism. But casein mixes with stomach acid and produces something called exorphin. which can result in a myriad of troubles: brain fog, spaciness, inability to concentrate, and a numbness to pain, which I'm sure some of you may experience. I have no refined sugar. Eat good fats. Careful with carbs, as they can cause glycemic rush, a bit like a sugar rush. Prefer seafood, mainly salmon, white meat, fish over land-based animal proteins. Well, that rules out anything tasty and everything seems bland and boring. There is many amazing choices, and the world has changed in this space with plant-based foods. So once I converted it, it was like a change. Everything just sort of seemed to open up. My taste change. My brain fog have reduced, anxiety heavily reduced, and I'm more engaging mentally. So let me remind you, it's not a cure, it's just a life change. Nothing will take away the traits of autism, but I've found eating correctly reduces the certain aspects like being overwhelmed, anxiety, and getting the shakes from sugar. Well, viewers, enough of me rambling on. We will go over some more when we have our breakfast in the next episode. Oh, by the way, I really like coffee. That's good coffee. Well, viewers, thanks for joining me on this episode and look forward to other ones with you. Please follow, like, subscribe, everything social media does, and appreciate it. And look forward to seeing you again.